I'm supposed to be running to the store, but it's like fresh on my mind, so I got to talk about this oversaturated concept of twin flames, okay? Because I still hear people talking about it, and it needs to be well defined. Now, to some people who don't hear me talk like this all the time, it may seem like I'm coming out of thin air. I'm not. If you heard of it, great. If you didn't, you're about to get real familiar with what it is. And from the things that I say, you'll probably be able to pick up whether you've crossed paths or met your journey yet. Okay? So, there's this idea that when you meet your soulmate, that you have met your twin flame, which is not true. I know people will probably argue me this point because your twin flame is not to be mistaken with your soul divine partner, meaning the person that you split atoms with, the person that you split yoke with. That's not always. I'm not saying that it's not the same person. I'm saying it's not always. And the problem with the human race is that when we blanket things with certain titles, we don't leave room for anything else. So, in the fact that connection and romance are so looked at as the same thing, and they're not. Connection is not romance. It's not. But because of human connectivity, when you can agree with a person, when you can ride a person's wave, when you can agree with them, and everything seems easygoing, it's easy to turn or navigate that relationship into romance. This is why a lot of people in male and female relationships get confused as to how they're getting along, and a relationship is not sexual. It's because it's connected. That's what kindred souls are. And they're not sexist. We sexualize romance and over sensualize everything. Your twin flame is a journey. It should be noted and defined as twin flame journey. Your divine soul partner is the one that you come in union with. Now, like I said in the beginning, in some cases, you can very well end up with the person that you learned the lesson with. Sometimes it is like that. But the reason why I get frustrated when I hear this is because so many people get stuck inside the romance of the journey that they completely miss the lesson, and they keep repeating the shit with different people over and over and over again, and they can't even realize their own hump. The reason why I get frustrated with it is because I went through it, and I don't like to see people stuck. You will transition through your twin flame journey, but you have to understand that it is a journey. Okay, think about it like this. Everything in life is metaphoric. All we do is evolve, right? So you have twins. Think about the concept of a twin, a mother holding twins. Two souls, one egg, sometimes two, but they're held by one person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, when they're born, a lot of their attributes are the same. Sometimes they look alike. Sometimes they act alike. But sometimes their personalities are not alike. And they're born at the same time, roundabout, because they don't come, well, most of them don't slide out at exactly the same time. One comes right before the other. However, you have the twins that come out, they have a lot of familiar attributes. They can feel each other from 10 miles away to 1,000 miles away. They are inevitably connected, and it's nothing you can do about it. Some twins are born and they absolutely hate each other. They have never gotten along. Why? Because what you're doing when you're born into your human existence is you're resolving old karma. Whether you're born as a one person, or whether you're born as a twin, or whether you're born as a trifecta. Whether you're born as four wands. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm so tired of this only because I'm so tired of people being fucking stuck energy. Stuck energy drives me absolutely insane. So anyhow, let me continue with my breakdown of the twin concept. The twins grow up together. Sometimes they grow up apart. If they grow up apart, they're miles away, but they like the same things. They read the same books. They like to be educated about the same things. And when they come together, these are sometimes sisters, these are sometimes brothers, these are sometimes brother and sister, but it is not a sexual relationship. Whatever one learns, it can feed the other. They were born and carried in balance. And so that's what they are supposed to, I can't stand when I lose my word. That's what they're supposed to pour out in the atmosphere. Balance. You understand? What happens is, when we get programmed as humans, we learn things or are told things about our attributes that create walls. And so when walls are created, they confine you. So the things that you think about in your head that you really want to try, like flying. Who knows how to do that? Well, gravity. You jump off the building, you're going to fucking die. But you're not taught about the other superior part of your brain. But because most of your life has been programmed into believing in the minimal part of what the human body and mind can do. Say you go 36 years. You got to go 36 more years if you're not an open-minded person. If you are an open-minded person, maybe it won't take it as long. You got to it's going to take you the equal amount of time to learn your true power. So by the time you get in your 60s, damn near 70, you've become all-powerful. And you better hope that you're healthy and not old as shit and can still move some stuff around here, because you're going to need to with all of that. I get so frustrated only because people get stuck. Okay, so the other thing about the twin is, the twins may not always see eye to eye. And it's only because one or both of them are in their ego. They are stuck down in those programmed beliefs, right? And if the idea of how they want their life to play out doesn't make sense to them, and the twin is talking some shit that don't make sense with their plan, then they're going to negate from them, because selfishness and ego will force you into going in your own way and not considering wise counsel. You, on one hand, will end up thinking that you're better than the other person. They're not moving fast enough for you. A lot of people, when they meet their twin, and understand what I'm saying about the concept of birthing twins, because we're born into this universe. You are an alien on Earth, a part of a galaxy. Because to other beings in other places, you're an alien. You understand? Great. When you meet your twin, it is usually when both of you guys are having a certain type of experience and you are on the same frequency. It could be pain that brought you to that frequency. It can be happiness that brought you to that frequency. It can be a new mind space. It could be what you're learning about that brings you to a new mental frequency. And what will happen one day is, it could be a gathering. It could be a walk in a market. It could be a walk in a park. It could be anywhere you want it to be, on a plane. And you will cross paths with this person. And you will know them. Something in you is going to wake up like it never woke up before. What most people do is they chuck the shit to the side. Ooh, I don't know what that was. But why did I get dizzy? Am I hungry? No. So when you meet them, and hopefully you have a conversation with them, you get to, it starts out like any other relationship, and you get to know who they are, right? The surface part, the part they want you to see, because nobody brings all their archetypes to the front of the conversation. You learn all the bullshit later. So what you do is you go through the process of getting to know the person. And when you get to the deep, intimate parts is when the one person will decide whether they want to stay or go. This is the person that's usually called the runner, the one that leaves. The chaser is usually the empathetic woman, okay? Or the one that embodies the feminine energy, because there are a lot of masculines out there that love women and know how to embody their feminine energy, and they fall in love with some asshole women that have a lot of masculine energy. So it creates balance in that dynamic of a relationship, which is also fine. So what happens is you get to this point where you start to feel, and y'all's vibrations are so heavy that you don't know what to do with this energy, because you were never taught about this concept, because the twin flame journey is a conceptual journey to lead you to your divine partner, who A, could be a completely different person, or B, can be the person that you met, that you had that connection with. What will happen is, if you guys part ways, you will learn your lessons. And when you come back together, the value of the lessons that you learn will have you know whether your relationship is supposed to be romantic or not. It's just like when you break up with somebody and you know that they're no good, but all you want to do is reach a point of peace and resolve. Forgiveness does not mean going back. Forgiveness does not mean going back. Forgiveness only means forgiveness. Thought one of my kids was at the door. That's it. If you look forgiveness up in a dictionary, nowhere under the 5 and 6 definitions will it say, oh, go back. No. Don't say that. It don't say it. Pull it up, try it, show me. It don't say it.